Greetings Internet, welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be turn 5 of mission 2 of my Fields of Fire in Normandy 1944. And turn 4 was quite exciting. We had quite a lot of shots going off, artillery, mortars, Germans falling back, covering themselves. I've now got 3 casualties, there's 2 German casualties. So, action. That's what this game gives you, action. So what's going to happen in turn 5? What am I going to try and do? Well, I want to get onto this B row. At least somewhere along it. So that's the intent. So, without any furthers, let's go into it. And the first thing we've got to do is draw a card to see if battalion get involved. There's no high HQ event, so we move on. Next we have battalion telling the company commander to be activated. So, and that's literally done by flipping the counter over. Boom. Right, and then we draw a card to see how many actual orders he gets. He gets 4. Okay. What do we want to do with those 4? So let's zoom in a little bit. Who has he got communication with? He's still back here, isn't he? Yeah, he's sitting back there. Probably with his feet up. But he has got a radio, telephone. He's got phone communication to the 1st platoon, 2nd platoon, 3rd platoon, and the XO. So we've got no problem with activating all of those. One he hasn't got is 1st Sergeant. That was the computer madam opening up and giving us a little bit of her opinion. Okay, go back on that. So we haven't got communication to the 1st Sergeant because he doesn't have a phone. But what we do have, which we created last turn, is we have a runner. So we're going to dispatch as one of our commands a runner to activate 1st Sergeant. Now, does he activate this turn or next? That will activate him next turn. Oh well. So there's the runner. He is marked as exposed. And that uses one of my orders. There we go. Not ideal. We've got 3 left, so we're going to activate each of the platoon commanders, I think. 2nd, 1st, and 3rd, which will use up all of his actual orders. Okay, so we will go to 1st platoon, because we are now in the platoon HQ command staff impulse, and draw a card for him. Okay, not a lot. 2 plus 2 is 4. What is 1st platoon going to do? Where is 1st platoon? 1st platoon is back here. Back in the village. I think we need to push up. Yeah, we do. We need to push up. They're all in the building. So, as a platoon order, he can move them all forward. Keep that with him, actually. Do I want them to go at the foxholes? No. No, we don't. The card's not under volume of fire, so it has to be a move. As in, gets marked exposed. Okay. So, exposed. 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 Yeah, markable. Cool. Right, so that's 2. He's got 2 left. I think we're okay with that. Save those for next time. He's got the guys up onto another card. So yeah. So that's first platoon. Has 2 remaining. Second platoon. He's got 5 currently. Draws a card. Gets another 3. Taking him up to 8. Can he spend a maximum of 6? And what's second platoon going to do? Where is he? He's here. Good point. At the present moment, communication will still be able to get to first platoon because a wire technically is running from here to second platoon up to first platoon here. So I've got to be careful of that. We don't really want to fire on this card anymore. So we're going to do a ceasefire. And yeah, he'll issue it because they're all in the same command as him. So that takes one of his orders is a ceasefire. There's no German in sight from that location. So that's an effective ceasefire. Okay. Next up, machine gun's got 1 ammo. If we move forward, he'll open fire on this guy into the marsh. See, second platoon is meant to be my reserve, and yet I've been quite aggressive with them. So I suppose that's because he keeps getting the most commands. He's obviously the most keen to do something. So I don't want to use up any more machine gun ammunition. So we will send forward a squad. There's no volume of fire on it, so he will be exposed. Spent 2 commands so far. As soon as he gets there, he can see he's a German. He will open fire on him. Right, wrong button. Paste the PDF. Click it there. Take that a little bit. There. Ooh, too far. And it's still small arms. So small arms fire coming from those pinned. Actually, that should have gone down to all pinned, but it doesn't matter. In actual fact, that's all pinned as well. So hold on. Stay. Didn't do that last time. It's all pinned coming from him. Right. Ah. He's on the hill there, isn't he? I've forgotten that. He's on a hill. So I removed the volume of fire from there because he ceased fire because there was no one in that card. But he would have then opened fire here. Yes. This is all stuff that happened last turn. Well, he was on the hill. In fact, the only hill in the game so far. Okay, so that then puts these under automatic fire. Right, not small arms, automatic fire. From here, because he's on the hill. Okay. Also, if he's on the hill, that means we can see him. Is that now correct? So they're now under a crossfire. Where's crossfire? That's crossfire, there we go. Okay. Got to keep track of things. Anything else we want second platoon to do? We definitely don't want to advance there now. Yeah, I think we're quite happy with what. I mean, he spent 2 orders, so that'll do. Takes him depth to 6. Third platoon. He gets 3. He had 1 saved, so that puts him on 4. Right, what does third platoon want to do? Okay, there's no one on this card, so that PDF isn't there anymore. He gets them to cease fire. They're all in visual verbal communication. Cease PDF's gone. Ceasefire. That's also gone. That will be going soon. So no one's firing on this card anymore. Okay. That's one order. I think the next thing we'll do is advance the platoon. Yeah. It's got 3 orders remaining. Tell you what, he will order the mortar section first. Because he's not part of the platoon, so he has to be ordered separately, leaving him 2 orders left. So there is a volume of fire on there, but this is a heavy weapon, so it can't sneak up to the card. But during the platoon order, they will all try to infiltrate that card. So it's 2 cards draws for each one. So first, third draws 2 cards. No, so he arrives exposed. Second, third draws 2 cards. He does infiltrate, so he doesn't arrive exposed. The 50 cal, oh, he can't. He's got H, so he will arrive exposed. The equipment. The bazooka team draws 2 cards. No, he's marked exposed. The artillery officer is a line unit, draws 2 cards. No, he's exposed as well. And then the HQ. Now, the HQ is actually gonna. No, that's fine. I'm worried about the communication. So, phone line from here to second platoon, first platoon that way and that way. So yeah, he will not leave a phone line behind. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. No, they're all bumbling into there, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. And that's all his orders. That is all of his orders. Done. Right. Okay. Sergeant gets. So, yeah, we're changing phase now. We are into the initiative impulse, CO staff initiative impulse. So it's company staff side, they get 1 each. So we'll start with the first sergeant, who's now got 2. Is there anything we want to do with him? We're never going to activate him next time with the runner, so we don't want to move him. Do we want to? We don't want to keep the hidden name guys with artillery. We want to capture that paralyzed guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a lat team here. 1-1 platoon. 1-1. Does he have smoke? White phosphorus. 1-1. He has white phosphorus. He takes that with him. The second order the sergeant gives is 4 chaps In you go. We're going to infiltrate because there is volume of fire on that card. So we draw 2 cards to see if he infiltrates. No, and yes. Well done. Well done. Okay. At which point he opens fire and changes that small arms fire to automatic. Fire from there. Okay. Interesting, because these guys will also open up. So we have automatic from the machine gun. I'm going to try and cease that in a minute. And Sergeant's done his 2 orders, hasn't he? Darn it. Yes. Attached, advanced. So Sergeant has done his 2 orders. He has nothing there. Exo gets 1 order. Where's the Exo? He's over here. Okay. Okay. We order him forward. He's going to try and infiltrate. He's a green dude, so he only gets 1 card. No, he hasn't been following the lessons. He goes bumbling into there, so he's now marked as exposed. Okay. They're all in the same terrain. Can he rally anybody? If he attempts to rally that assault team, rally actions, use originator's experience level. Command draw modifier. Remove a pinned marker. Yeah, he's got 1 card and he's got to try and get the rally. But it's worth a go. Want the word rally? Hey, we get it. Ooh. He's saying, go on, chaps. That's gone. Well done. Do we really want to get involved here? No. We've got this machine gun team firing down into this woods. We need to move forward. So he will move to there, become exposed as he does so. Yeah. Leaves the XO with 1 command. I think we'll keep it with 1 command. Yeah. By the way, pin this on that German unit. Okay. The XO's got 1 command left over. Done. And then that leaves me with general initiative. Could do with a couple here. I do get a couple. 2. Excellent. Right. What are we going to do with the 2? Okay. So we're going to have the 1st platoon commander shout ceasefire on this card here. Remove that. Which then means there's no fire apart from fire within the card, which is done for my team here. Okay, so that PDF comes off. This 1st platoon has now ceased fire. The 2nd initiative these have actually opened fire here, so I need to place a PDF. We have small arms. Do we have? We have Yeah, the 50 cal can't fire because it's marked with exposed. So it's just small arms coming in from here, so it's still a crossfire. So, option artillery to fire onto this card, or fire smoke from here because whatever this does will be bringing fire back on. I'm advancing by fire. It's been quite effective, so we're going to try the artillery FO to bring, because he can't see there. They're unspotted still, so we can't actually do any fire on him. So yeah, try and bring some artillery fire onto this card. So what do we need? He draws 3 cards. We're looking for the burst. 1, 2, not this time, Jose. And that's my commands all gone. Okay. Hello, hello, come in. Got it. No contact. Oh well. Dodgy lines. Over to the Germans' turn. Enemy higher IQ event. Draw a card. They do have one. Okay, what does the German HQ say about all this? Right, just opening up the book. Okay, so 1 to 10 draw. We're on turn 5, so it's the first column. So draw a card, looking at number 1 to 10 is number 4. Option 4 is displace heavy machine guns. Remove any on-map heavy machine guns on cards with no US troops. In other words, now, because they've got LMGs, not HMGs. Okay, so command comes through, and they're saying, well, there's none. It's open fire yet, sir. Okay, so in other words, nothing. Next up is enemy activations. There are technically 3 units on the map. Any activity check on that one, and on the paralyzed guy. Any activity check on that one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Draw a card. Number 3, number 1. So it's that LMG unspotted in the open field there on top of the hill. What's he going to do? Okay. He's not under fire. Not under fire, but has a valid target along PDF. He does. 1, he does no action. 2, he will try to concentrate fire. 2, he will try and concentrate fire on his target in the woods there. It's not nice. Did they get this roundel? They do. They do. They do. Darn it. Okay, so there's 2 targets in there. One of them will get the concentrated fire. One of them won't. Where's the concentrated fire marker? There it is. Okay. Oh. Right. A 1, it's my Hossifer. 2 is the squad. Of course it is. So that will consume 2 lots of ammo. So I will actually do that now. He's on 4, becomes 2. Okay. And that's him done. 1, 2. 2, a paralyzed dude. Okay, so this will be on here. Right, is he pinned? He is pinned. Pinned under cover. He's not undercover. He fell back there, didn't he? Pinned, not undercover. Oh, wait a minute. Have I got an opposing unit there? There is. Yes. So, go from top. Pinned on same card as an opposing unit and not undercover. Okay, no leader. 1 to 5 options. So Let's see, draw a card. And he's looking at, he's doing option 5, which is pinned on the same card as an opposing unit with a 5. He falls back, which sort of makes sense, doesn't it? You saying, oh, get out of here. Okay, so he falls back. Where does he fall back to? Right, fallback priorities, +2, +2. He has the option to go off board. I think he goes off board. That fallback chart we looked at earlier. So many charts and tables with this game. Enemy, fallback priorities, off map, if the edge of own side or currently beyond left boundaries. He's not off map if at the edge of own side. The edge of own side is back here, so he doesn't go off map unless he was disappeared, unless he was already off the boundaries. So, or currently beyond left or right boundaries. He's not. A card out of line of sight of opposing units. Any of these cards out of line of sight? I presume that's an option then as well. He's out of line of sight. Actually, he isn't, because the cemetery's all white borders, so we can, and that's white, so we can actually see into that hedgerow bocage. So he's only got one option then, which is that one there. He falls back there. I presume he'd be marked exposed. Doing so. Right, so that's that one done. Okay. Next is the only one that's left, which is this guy. So he's pinned and in a firefight. All right. Pinned on the same card. No, we didn't move on to there. Is he undercover? He's not undercover, is he? No. I've got no guy on that one. I deliberately didn't move someone on there. So pinned, not undercover. Want the 5 actions again. Draw a card. Option 5. It's 5. Pinned, not undercover with 5. He falls back as well. Pushing the Germans back. Right, again, he's got 3 options. The best cover option is one of these 2. That one puts him in line of sight. That one would not, so that's the one he falls back on. Still pinned. And we're looking at it exposed. Okay. I suppose here we can still see him. Here, we can still see him as well. Right, hold on. That cemetery is opening up quite a few lines of avenue of sight. So these guys are firing on this card. They will not shift until I give them an order to do so. Same here, same here. So that stays intact. However, these I asked to cease fire. They now see a new enemy through the cemetery, which is all open. Okay. Yeah, small arms is long. We have got a 50 cal. That's under. No, it's just an LMG, not 50 cal. So that will open up. Place the volume of fire. That becomes automatic fire. And we place a PDF there. Okay. Right. all of them are opening fire, but the only one we really got to track ammunition for is the LMG there. Interesting. Through the that cemetery definitely opens up the terrain there, doesn't it? Yeah. Could he have retreated onto the hill? No, because we could see him on the hill as well. Yeah, so that's the best because he's got the best cover. Okay. Let me know in the comments if you agree with that or disagree with that, or if not agree or disagree, just give me a comment on what you thought. Could I have done that any differently? Right, so that's all the Germans activated and done. So not clean up, clear enemy activation markers. Okay, next stage is capture segment. Capture any paralysed or littered team alone on a card with an unpinned infantry unit with a volume of fire rating, so that's not going to happen because there isn't any. If so, does not yet. Enemy casualties on unoccupied and friendly occupied cards are captured. Okay, so we got 2 German casualties here, which are now captured. And they are taken down. They don't, I don't think they need anyone to take them. Better double check. Their class is prisoners captured. It says retreat. Enemy casualties on unoccupied and friendly occupied cards are captured as per 8.15.1. They love them, don't they? Love it. 8.15.1. Right. I must admit though, the rules references in here are pretty good. And 8.15.1. In an offensive mission, enemy casualties are automatically captured if their card is unoccupied, no other enemy units or PC markers, or friendly occupied at the end of the capture segment. Guard steps are not required. Simply remove the casualties from the map and place them in the prisoner's box on the command display. Enemy units never capture friendly casualties. Okay. All right, so I think I get a victory point for each one of those, but we'll worry about that at the end. Save victory point, experience point. Okay, retreat. Check for the effect now. Retreat any unpinned paralysed team under a volume of fire marker. Okay, he's not a paralysed team. He is, but they're no longer under because we didn't manage to shift fire. That's a no. Any of my guys. It says retreat any unpinned. No. Snow vehicles. Fire mission update. So that comes off now. We didn't get another one in. We can delete that. Okay, that's looking fine. Potential contact phase. Right. Okay, so let's see what state we are. We're not, I think we're just engaged. Because 2 or more occupied cards are under a volume of fire. I think we've got that one. That's under a volume of fire. Well, it was. Okay. It isn't now, but so let's just flip that at the present moment. No German fires coming down there. However, he is under a volume of fire from the German machine gun on top of the hill. So that's 1. We are firing on this guard. That's 2 from here. This card's under lots of volume of fire. I mean, there's no enemy. What happened there? There's no enemy on it, but it's definitely under a volume of fire. So yeah, we're engaged. Right, so there's 2 cards we've got to check for. This one and this one. That's no longer there. Okay, so 1, 2. Draw a card. Do number 1 first, which is this chap here. All right, so he's a B. Looking at this card here, B, engaged. We're drawing 3 cards to see if we find any enemy there. drawing 3 cards. 1, keep doing it. 2, 3. No contact. Reshuffle. So that is removed. Excellent. So the other one will be the same, drawing 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. No contact. That is superb. Okay. So then we go to pinned recovery. Remove pin markers from any vehicle or infantry units that are not under a vulnerable fire marker. They are. That's about it. No. He's not under a volume of fire marker anymore. But he is. So no, so that's gone. Okay. And then the combat effects segment. Right. We've got none here. This card is the first one by the looks of it. Yeah, machine gun. So we have automatic weapons fire, -1. Exposed, -2. So it's -3 total. Pinned, -2. Woods takes it to 0. So it's 0 on that card there. Draw a card with a 0 is a miss. So the pin is, the pin is removed. There we go. Pin is removed. Right, nothing onto this card. Nothing here. Right. Carrying down, right down to here. So we've got the machine gun. We've already taken his ammo into effect. We've got concentrated fire on the XO. So we'll resolve that first. -1. Minus another one's -2. Minus another 2 is -4. +2 for the woods is a net -2 on the XO. Not looking good. He's pinned. You lucky, lucky bastard. This is where it gets funny, isn't it? Because the pinned guy, so -1, +1, plus another 2, so net +2. This is where he gets hit, isn't it? +2. Oh, he gets pinned. All right, fair enough. He was already pinned, so no detrimental effect there. Right, so that's that card dealt with. Nothing on here. Nothing on here. Nothing on here. Right. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is consume some ammunition. From this LMG, he starts with 4, so he's going to be down to 3. LMG ammunition. I'll just send it to 3 state. There we go. And stick it underneath in there. There we go. Right, so yeah. Anybody else consuming? We did the Germans here consuming ammo. He did 2 for that concentrated fire. No, the 50 cal couldn't fire, so he doesn't consume ammo. There's no other machine gun there. This machine gun's not fired, so that's it. So we do clean up. Are you okay to do clean up? And that will take us to turn 6. Wow. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I keep saying this, I thoroughly love this game. So if you did enjoy that, give me a thumbs up, the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a simple press of a button. It means so much to the channel. If you do really enjoy what I do and you've watched quite a few of my videos, why not subscribe? You know, it spreads the word out there. And if you do subscribe, remember to hit the ding-a-ling bell, because anytime I do an upload, it lets you know. And then, as always, send me your comments, because the comments mean that I'm interacting with you, you're interacting with me, and that's how I know either what you guys like or what you guys dislike, what you think of what I'm doing, what I don't think, you know, and also point out any mistakes, could have done better, etc. But apart from that, it's going to be good night. Well, this is an evening now. Good night from me, which is good night from him, which is good night from them. Until next time, play games, have fun, buy internet,